Hello everyone, I'm Karthik Nish. In this video, we're going to talk about Database Management Systems Lab 1, Lab Access number 1, which is the demonstration of data definition language and data control language. So, these are the queries that we'll be using for the exercises. This is 1A. 1A is about data definition language. For that, we'll be using create, alter, and drop commands. And these three commands are used basically for managing the table. I mean, in a very basic level. And in exercise 1B, we will be looking in data control language. This is for controlling the access for the users and stuff for the database that we are about to create. So the first exercise, these are the questions that we have to solve. So I already made up the commands in a notepad. So I'm just going to execute the commands one by one for these questions in my SQL command line. I already tested these commands once and I have dropped both of the tables. So this time I hope it goes as expected. So the first the exercise number 1A, these are the questions. So first question is to create a table customer details with the following specifications. So basically the data types are given already and the constraints are also given. So we are just going to create the table using the create command and with all these parameters. So this is the okay, these are the commands that we will be using. So the first command for this is create table customer details. Create table will is used for creating table, and customer details is the name of the table, and these are the table column names, the data type, and the constraint. So it is given for each of the columns one by one. So we'll be executing this command. So first I have to connect to SQL. So I've connected. So I'm going to execute this command. As you can see, the table has been created successfully, and I've used when I extend the command like this, instead of writing it as a one whole line, so that it can be easy to easy it I mean so that it is easily visible. That's why I did it this way. And for like, as long as I have not given the semicolon, I can go on for however, how many lines that I want to. Then the second question is to add a new column, contact phone, to the customer details table. So for this one, I will be using this command. Alter table command is used to add more details or modify details, etc. That's the basic use of this command. So we are going to use this one to add the contact phone number to the already created table. So I'm just going to execute this command. So alter table, I've given the table name, and now it asks me what I want to alter, and I have to just give this add contact phone number 10. So this will add this one to the table. You can check it by giving desk customer details. As you can see, the contact phone number 10 has been added after we executed this command. So the command works. So the next question is to modify the size of the contact phone. So we're just going to modify the contact size. So we're just going to give alter table again, and I'm going to type modify contact phone number, and I'm giving 12 instead of 10. Table altered successfully. So the next question is to add a not null constraint to the contact phone number. So not null will basically ask the user to have the it's a mandatory it is a mandatory place to be filled. It can't be left blank. That's what the not null specifies. So I'm again executing the command and I'm giving modify the contact phone number not null. This will tell the command line to have it have the null answer as not null for contact phone number. After execution, we can check it by giving disk customer details. As you can see, it is not null and the number has been increased by the number type has been increased to 12. So the next question is to add unique constraint on the phone number column. So to add this constraint, I'm again giving alter table customer details and it's giving me add unique, and I'll just give add unique constraint to the contact phone number. This will add this constraint to the specific column that we are specifying, and the table has been altered. So the next one, we have to add a check constraint to check whether the customer ID is between 101 or 105. So for this one, I'll be using again alter table command. I'll just give alter table and then add check customer ID is greater than 15 and customer ID is less than customer ID is greater than 101 and customer ID is less than 105. So I'm just going to give this one here, and the table has been altered successfully as usual. So the next question is to drop the primary key constraint in account number column, which is in this column. Alter table key alter table customer details again, and for the command I'm giving drop primary key. This will drop the primary key. We can check it by giving this customer details, and the primary key has been dropped. And now we have to truncate the table customer details and we have to drop the table. This is basically we are closing this table down, basically closing this database. That's what this command does. So I'm just going to give truncate table customer details, and the table has been truncated, and drop table customer details. So essentially now the customer details table has been nuked. That means the table doesn't exist anymore. So I'm just going to check whether the table exists again. So I'm giving desk command is used to shows the description. So when I'm giving this command to the command line, it will search for the table customer details, and then it will throw some error because we have dropped the table customer details. So let's see. As you can see, it throws object customer details does not exist. So that means the table has been successfully truncated and dropped. So yeah, that's the end of the first part of the exercise number 1. So moving on to the next part of the program, it is to demonstrate the working of data control language with the commands grant and revoke. So basically, grant and revoke commands are used to give privileges and permissions to the user, and revoke is used to take back those permissions, which is basically stopping them from accessing certain stuff. So the exercise questions are this, and like the previous part, I've already executed all these commands for the questions, and I've dropped the table on the user so that we can do the demonstration again. So the first question is to create a table departments with the following fields: department ID, department name, manager ID, location, etc. So for that, I'm using the create table command from the previous part, which I've already used in the previous part, and I'm just using department ID, like I'm just giving in a one liner. Create table departments, department ID, number is the type, department name, varchar is the type, manager ID, number is the type, etc. And I'm hitting enter, and the table is created. So after that, you have to create a new user with the name Aura22, which is basically create user Aura22, identified by password. Pass means password, identified by as in they are identified using password, basically authorization, and the user has been created. So the next question is to grant privilege to create sessions. So we are basically using this command. It is pretty self-explanatory. Grant create session is the access, is the privilege that we are granting to Aura22 is the username, and the grant has been succeeded. Now we are allowing user to create a table. which is basically grant create table. So grant create table access to Aura 22. So grant has been succeeded. So next question is grant all privileges. So we are just basically giving grant all privileges to Aura 22. Grant all privileges to Aura 22 username. Pretty self-explanatory. And the grant has been succeeded. So after that, we do grant the user perform select and insert operation in departments table. So I'm just going to give grant select comma insert on departments to Aura 22. The grant has been succeeded. So after that, we have to take back the permissions from Aura 22. All these permissions that we have given to Aura 22 should be taken back. Basically, we are blocking them from creating table, accessing everything, and blocking them from performing select and insert operations. So the command is to revoke all on departments table from Aura 22. Aura 22 is the username. So we're just hitting, and the revoke has been succeeded. So that is the end of the exercise number 1 in database management system lab. So yes, thank you for watching. See you guys in the next one.